I don't know if I'm going to make it full 90 minutes. I might peace out after an hour and let you guys finish it off.
We'll keep that in the show. We'll put that front and center. No.
Fuck.
Just literally that's the show.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, show title.
God damn it. I forgot I was being recorded. It's like reality television. You have to forget the cameras are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you got to live like the cameras are always on.
Oh, all right, let's get started because I don't have time. Are you guys anything from me?
I'm ready. I am
we good?
So ready.
Fucking ready?
Ready, steady,
all
go.
Right. Randy? All right, that's okay.
I'm ready.
Hit the button.
He used to do a World of Warcraft advice podcast. He even did the original Drunken podcast, changing the game and influencing a generation of podcasters. But he was disgraced, accused of crimes he never committed, shamed, he disappeared. By the grace and generosity of Mr. Rich Dickman, he was raised again. Seconded by his co-host, definitely not main host, Ray, Rem Dickman has returned, sexier and more handsome than ever. This is The Rich Dickman Show, the greatest podcast ever produced by Rich Dickman with Rem and Ray. Featuring executive producer Randy, producer Ryan, Maddie from Australia, hot drummer Newsbaden, and Svensson. The Rich Dickman Show, your slightly better than mediocre podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 137 of The Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre.
Happy birthday, Rem.
Thank you, Jules. I am your host, Rem. I am here once again with you in its magical ride and this journey. Pete's Puff Magic Dragon or something. Randy knows about that. We got Ray over there. Randy's here. We just had some wholesome entertainment. It looks like, Randy, that's your little girl in the background saying goodnight to you? That's very sweet.
Yes.
Very
She's
sweet.
going to bed post-haste. Post-haste to the bedroom.
Oh.
Yes.
Because I tell you, I was all angry. I was all angry and tired and grumpy, and then your daughter came, and I'm like, oh, that's so adorable.
Yeah, so
I'm
sweet.
in a good mood, and we're going to have a shitty show. But,
Yeah.
all right, so Ray,
You're
my
grounded.
man, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. I think this is one of those, work is getting crazy around the holidays. That's probably, I'm not alone there, but work's getting crazy. And I've worked a boatload of hours yesterday and today. So I am on that, I haven't come down from mentally preparing and going full speed all the time. So it might just be one of those where I just don't slow down until tomorrow. Like I'm ready to just fly through this episode.
Yeah. So you're going to be all weird and overtired and shit. So that'll be
Yeah.
fun. That's
Yep.
cool. Yeah, man.
Woo.
All right. Yeah, hell yeah. So, hey, heads up, everybody. There might be a little bit of a different feel to the show the next couple of weeks as old Rem here got himself stuck working 7 days a week for some reason. I don't believe I signed up for that, but I'm getting paid, so it's all right. But what does that mean? That means I'm super, super fucking tired. and Ray's gonna be taking charge for a couple weeks here, and I might peace out, earlier than I planned to. Ray, if I don't peace out earlier than I plan to, edit that part out. Okay, thanks, buddy. All right. So let's get into it. All right, it's 1:37, and I just want to say real quick before I forget to the two of you, Ray and Randy, I really do appreciate my birthday show last week. All right, I know I threw it on him like you guys were planning this whole thing, but that was all a joke, and I had other plans in case you guys failed me, but you didn't. No, you guys came through, and I gotta say, and Ray, I think I told you this after it happened the next day. But I came to a realization is that since everything sucks in 2020, and we were all supposed to hang out in Oklahoma at some point, and you can't go out for your birthday, you can't do shit because there's nothing to do, and if you do, it's very uncomfortable to do it. It was very nice. It was like a virtual birthday party. It was like, how they say, do your Thanksgiving over Zoom? Well, fuck that. Don't do that shit. But have a birthday party over Discord with your friends while you're recording a podcast because it's very nice. And I really do appreciate it. It was just like hanging out with my buds, and it made me feel nice and tingly inside. So thank you to the two of you, and thank you to everybody who came out. Appreciate that as well.
You're welcome. It was fun to do that. Honestly, you're right. Like in 2020, there's so many things getting in the way of stuff. But the pandemic focused for the most part. But yeah, it makes things very difficult, and it's understandable that a lot of people aren't really happy about this year. And it's kind of just been a drag because of a lot of things. And you're right, man. It feels like I spent a couple weeks quarantined. This is depressing. It just feels like you're trapped. So just doing anything nice it's wholesome. It's fun. It's good to be a part of it. Even if it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. One, because it's for you, but also because, you got to actually like do something fun. That's, it's rare these days, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
I'm glad you enjoyed it because you looked super angry at the end.
Yeah,
buddy.
I don't know why.
I was worried about you. How's your skin cancer?
That's a good question. I don't know if it really
you have
is.
no idea. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I got some weird developments on my face and went to the doctor, but I couldn't actually go to the doctor. So I had to do it on my phone. And it was weird because I was like, yeah, so I got like this thing on my face. And she's like, well, can you hold your phone closer to your face? And I'm like, yeah, is this good? But you know what I mean? When you're trying to hold the phone that you can't really see in the spot on your face that you can't I'm like, is that good? Like, I don't even know what's happening. And she's like, yeah, a little up, a little down. Like, it's like the stupidest, most awkward thing. And I'm like, can you just fucking treat me? You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, she said that apparently it's shingles. I don't know if that's true or not, because obviously she didn't even fucking see it. She's making some assessment from wherever the hell she's at, her home, wherever that might be. I don't even know if she's a certified doctor. Come to think of it. So anyway, she said shingles, and she's like, "Yeah, I don't think you need anything. Nothing you can do." And I was like, "Well, I like
Did she
nothing."
have a green screen background?
Probably, she probably did.
Was she on a construction site?
She was not wearing a lab coat, so and that's something
shit.
you think you could rummage one of those up pretty quick if you were trying to fool someone.
Did you get those feelings like when I had the video chat with my daughter's teacher? Like, did you get like, oh man, what are we doing here, lady? What's this all about?
No, she was very like, I think she was new. Somehow she seemed like she was about like 40, 45 years old is what kind of the vibe I got, but she seemed like she didn't really know what she was doing. And maybe that was the technology and video conferencing part, because she was late and she's like, sorry, I couldn't get it started. But anyway, they prescribed me some stuff. I told my wife what it was and she said, whew, I thought it was spider eggs.
That's nice of her.
Right?
I was like, what are you talking about?
A very similar situation to something my cat is experiencing right now. Let me tell you about Gilbert, okay? Gilbert got into a fight with one of his girlfriends. Not sure which one. Probably the one that doesn't eat too much because he doesn't let her. And she's a real bitch. Fuck that cat. But anyways, he took a shot on his neck, like right there. All right? And then the stupid asshole's like scratching at it. All right? And then trying to lick it and scratching it. So he's like knocking the fur off and stuff. So it gets all red and goopy, okay? And we're like, oh, shit, I think he's going to be okay, but it's kind of gross, right? So we had my in-laws were over for Thanksgiving, and they're like, oh, my God, it's infected. You should see it. You should see a vet. And I'm like, well, the last time I went to a vet, it killed my dog. Don't want to go back to the vet. Don't think it's infected because it's just red. It's not black or green or blue or smelly. It was fine. So what I did was, right, and this is probably what your wife should have done for you, is I took one of my old socks and I cut a piece out of the tube and I put it around his neck to protect it. So she should have put something around your face.
A headband.
To protect it as well. Yeah.
Eye patch.
So my wife is like, the vet does telemedicine. And I'm like, telemedicine for the vet? Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like hold him by the back of his neck and put the camera up to him? It's like, no, I'm not going to do telemedicine for the vet. Stupid. She's going to be like, well, you have to come in with to fit him for a cone. Like, why would I do? Telemedicine's stupid. That's what I'm trying to say.
You have a bad record for medical advice, Rim. I wanted to point out. Didn't your son have a broken wrist and you classified it as just a sprain?
Oh, yeah.
You know what, Randy? That stuff's in the past, and I've yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
It's hard to see a broken bone. Okay,
Sorry.
Randy, it's hard to see a broken bone.
I just wanted to go back into the archives and point that out. Sorry, Ray.
All right.
So our guest is here, so let me make this quick so we can get them in here. So to conclude, my wife's her assessment was, well, that wouldn't have happened if you put breast milk on it. And I shit you not, she said that. Like I couldn't have Couldn't have laughed
She should
more.
squirt the breast milk right into the shingle hole, like right above your eye.
Oh,
and take a video of it. Go
I've
right
got
on,
way more of those jokes coming.
we'll put it on our Pornhub channel that we're going to start very soon. Randy, get ready to set up a Pornhub account. Please unmute our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. All right. The lovely, the beautiful, the sexy, the sensual, the amazing Sara Star. Sara, good evening.
Hello. Thank you for all of those compliments. How are you?
Oh, no. Thank you for gracing us with your beautiful presence. I am fantastic. Ray is great. He survived shingles, apparently.
And COVID.
Randy is
awful
doing things.
Yeah, I am.
And Sarah's here.
things.
And Sara, you are, at this point, you're like our official adult film star of the Rich Dickman Show. I don't know that you know that, and I don't know that you even want to be, but that's what I consider you, and I hope that's okay.
That's my new title. I'm the go-to.
It's on your business card, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to add that to like my little in my CV.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
At the top,
Ray, can you imagine Sara being like at the AVN Expo or whatever, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm also the official adult film star of the Rich Dickman Show."
Yes.
So,
I mean, it's
come on.
Yeah, it is a thing.
We can do headshots with the logo in the back of Sara, then she can autograph them for people. I think that'd be amazing. Actually, that's a really good idea. So, anyways, Ray, I brought Sara here tonight because first of all, I think she's great, and number two is that like a real man, I was able to send her a T-shirt, and she received it. Ray, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, so I would like to say I sent one as well, and then the United States Postal Service dropped the ball. So
yeah, where did it ended up in like Massachusetts or something? It was very northeastern where it somehow
it went to Maryland and then South Carolina, and then it eventually got to where you are, Sara, and now somebody else in your neighborhood has a Thick Bitches Love Rich Dickman Show T-shirt.
Do you think they like opened it and then they're like, "What is this?" and like Googled it and just tried to figure out what was happening?
Immediately check all the Goodwills.
You know what you should do, Sara? Is just I don't know, whatever, just walking around your neighborhood or whatever. Just wear the new one that you got and see if someone comes out and is like, "Hey, I got one of those too."
same shirt. Where did you get that? Yeah, you got.
I thought it was one of a kind. Yeah, and then fight them for it. That'd be great. Yeah. So, Sara, how does the shirt fit? Does it look nice?
It is great. I'm very excited to wear it.
All right. What do you cut out there and then you started giggling, so I missed what you said.
I'm very excited to wear it for things. Yes.
Yeah, so we are very excited for things as well, and one of those things is the amazing idea that is now, Ray, how many months has it been since June? 6 months. Too many, Ray, you son of a bitch. But so we wanted to just go over the details of the Rich Dickman Show non-porn that we're all going to produce, and I'm going to keep my contract, Ray. Finally, I know you got worried. Not worried. You're probably really excited that you would be taking over the hosting duties at episode 151. But no, fuck you, Ray. I got it taken care of. So, boom. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the original idea, Sara, and I don't know if you've given any more thought to how to changing this, but the original idea, anyways, was that on a play off of those like pizza delivery porns that you see. Sara, you have ordered food and you were taking a shower, and then the doorbell rang and you were just getting out of the shower and you threw on your T-shirt because you're feeling some kind of way, and maybe we're leading the audience to believe that we're going to bring we're going to have our own delivery porn. And then we open the door and there's your pizza or whatever it is on the ground. You take it in, boom, that's the end of the clip. That's done. All set.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty much the idea. Kind of that whole like, I'm gonna coax this delivery guy to show me his large sausage.
I like it.
You probably wouldn't need much coaxing, to be honest, when we're in that T-shirt, right?
And then that's the whole clip, is the sadness of, that they deliver and run away now with COVID.
Yeah, it's It's the ultimate edging in porn.
I used to work at a Papa John's, and we had these two managers get into a fist fight one night because he stood out front and kept saying, "Hey, my wife just got a 14-inch sausage delivered, and I'm pissed. I want to know who did this," and just kept doing it to him, and then for long enough that it caused a fist fight. So
Wow.
Thanks, Randy. All right. So now that this can actually happen, Sarah, and I know you've recently injured your ankle. I mean, are we going to be able to? Is the ankle going to now mess this up for us?
Not at all, because I mean I can still shoot it without showing my foot in the little boot thing that I have, so that's fine.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
I
And you'll be able.
needs
Go
to
ahead.
for this.
Yeah. Okay. And so you'll be able to ambulate to the door and do all that you need to. Because I don't want you to get hurt any further.
Yeah.
Oh no, it should be fine. You know, so long as I don't physically like fall out of the door. I mean, that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, that's always a possibility, but it's very likely.
Can you imagine, Ray, if we were responsible for Sarah like getting hurt again? My God.
Be like,
That-
well, I opened the door and then I just fell out.
What's this makes me have to ask this question then, Sarah. What's the most dangerous thing you've done while shooting?
Oh gosh, that's a tricky one. Well, okay, so one time we were shooting on like a party barge, but it was a small one, so it was one of those, like slightly off the dock boat things that you sit around and you drink on. So it's like a floating bar.
Mhm.
And it had floated slightly further away from the dock. And it was kind of it was like, oh, that's going to be a little bit of a step. And I almost didn't make it. And I almost fell into water.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
yikes.
So that was kind of bad.
Well, yeah, there's not really.
What did you? Now I'm curious. What did you
Yeah.
do in that scene?
Oh, it was so for that part of the scene, it was just a blowjob.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it was just
Like it was a blowjob on that part. And then like we moved to this really weird, it's kind of like a macrame swing kind of thing. And then there was like fucking on that, which like ripped up my knees. Macrame and knees are not really friendly together.
This was on the boat.
No, that was on the
Oh.
dock area, like in the kind
Okay.
of E thing.
About to say that's a lot of rocking. That can throw
There
off
was
your
a lot
rhythm.
of, that scene had like a lot of additional motion because there was like the boat thing moving and then the macrame swing moving, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm gonna get vertigo or something from all this.
Hey, Sarah, that me saying the getting off your rhythm, that kind of just popped the thought in my head now. And I know we're going to talk about the non-porn porn, but now I have an actual porn question. I'm sorry, Ray. Excuse me. Okay, this is an actual question. All right, this is serious.
Here we go.
This happens. All right. Yeah, Sarah, when you're shooting, right, and it's time to finish. It's time for the guy to finish, right? But then he can't. Like,
Oh yeah.
what do you? Yeah, like I mean, he's still rock hard, and he's still able to give it to you like really good, but he can't finish, and you need that
it's
finish.
Yeah, it's time.
Yeah, exactly. You're probably tired of it too. So, what are there any tips or tricks that you do, or that somebody on set does, or like what, or is there something weird what happens at that point, Sarah? That's what I'm asking.
Okay, so obviously this is just one person's perspective, but I've seen so many different things happen where it's like, okay, we'll just do like more blowjob or some titty fucking and blowjob because like you're already kind of in that position of, coming. So it's like, hey, you're about to come on my face, so we're already here. Or, you may like cut and let the guy like stroke it out until he's ready to come because sometimes it's just a camera anxiety and he's just kind of got to work it out.
Right.
Or sometimes it's like, oh, I guess we'll just have some more sex and then come back to this and they'll have to sort it out in editing. Just like reinsert the sex and then reinsert the cum shot later or, however. I've gone through so many different scenarios. I mean, one time a guy couldn't come for a long time. It was
Oh no.
and I guess it was maybe like a dehydration, sun exposure maybe thing, and it was a very long day. And when he did come, it was great. It was like, yay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but at that point, he's probably like annoyed with himself, and like you need to be like a football coach, like pat him on the ass, like, "Hey, you tried, you did your best."
And
Yeah,
that's kind of one of those where it's like, oh yeah, I can't be like rude about this because he's trying to do his end of the job, and everyone's got their own situations or whatever. It's like maybe he didn't have enough water today, or it's maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it in reverse, where like the guy was like, "Oh my god, I can't hold out. Let me just pop now, and then we can just finish the rest of the scene." Have you ever done like that?
I have had where the guy actually just came twice. He was like, whatever. He's like, I gotta come now, but I'm gonna come again. And it was fine because it was like, cool, you can come twice. That's great.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Because like Swiney will do that where he's like, hey, gotta come now. He's like, it's happening.
Jesus, even at his age? Wow.
Yeah. And then he's like, all right. He's like, stretch, let's stretch our legs for a minute. We're gonna go back at it. It's like, all right, cool, let's do this. So yeah, I mean, some people they're gonna go twice, and everyone's got their little whatevers.
So when that happens, like when you're shooting with Swiney and he's like, all right, I gotta come, and then you're like, all right, let's just hang out for a second and we'll get back at it. Is it like what's going through your head then? Is it like just a job at that point? Like it's like for me, like I've been working like 7 days in a row now, okay? And so I go in and I'm tired and I'm like, oh, just gotta get through this. It's my job, I gotta finish it. I'm not really having a great time, but maybe I can pretend to. I mean, is it the same thing, or are you just having so much fun?
No, because like shooting with Swiney is more like hanging out with someone you're really cool friends with. And then you're like, oh yeah, let's go shoot. Like, let's set up and let's shoot some porno. And then you're still having a really good time during it. So you're just cutting up and having fun, but you're also having sex. And it's like, oh, cool, you're ready to pop? Awesome, let's do this. And we'll take a little break, drink some water, talk about whatever, and then we'll just get back to it.
Ray, that sounds amazing. Like, can you imagine that? Like, yeah, that sounds great.
just going and going. In the event that you can't come to some sort of a resolution, if you want to call it that, they ever use like prosthetics or substitutes?
There are
stupid question.
No,
it's not. It happens.
Does it really? Okay, I don't know.
So there are things, and I'm like, I feel bad because now I'm all like pulling the curtain back. I'm like, let me ruin porn for everybody. Here you go.
No, that's why people love the show, because we ruin porn for them.
Well, I have another $1 million idea for this.
If you don't want porn ruined, you should just not listen to this.
Don't do that. Don't just download it. I mean, you don't have to listen, but make sure you download. Thank you.
Yes, download it, but get this. But no, like, so yeah, sometimes a guy just can't. And it can be so many different reasons why it's just not going to work out. And they do. They have cum substitutes, and they'll call them. I've heard them called so many different things. But you'll see like fake cream pies. You don't see so many fake like cum shots because those are harder to do without like the camera is going to catch it. It's super fake. But like a fake cream pie is a lot easier to pull off because they just call it like a pussy bomb. Like you literally like load up the girl with fake cum, and then the guy's like, oh yeah, or whatever. For sounding face.
I've never done that before. Not once.
He's like sliding out.
You look quite suspicious when you say that, Randy.
She kind of releases her muscles, she unsettles and pushes it out a little bit, and then out comes the pussy bomb, and it's like instant cream pie. So it most of the time it looks pretty good. Sometimes you're like, oh, that's definitely fake. You're like, that's definitely not right.
Yeah, that's kind of all right. Ray. I think Ray is also thinking of like some of those like those big blast videos where it's obviously a prosthetic penis like shooting out.
Where you're like, how does that happen?
Yeah, it's like a hose.
It's like an ice bucket challenge.
Oh yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
cum.
We're just like, how does that realistically happen? Like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
You need
That's a joke. So all right. So now that we're talking about a bunch of fake, can we add whipped cream to our video somehow? Like, or is that just too much? Should we just leave it the way it was?
Like,
I'm sorry.
Like, oh shit, yeah, my pizza's here, and I like stop up at the fridge for whipped cream.
Yeah, and then you wipe it off your lip.
Like, yeah, pizza and whipped cream.
You know what's real good though? Like if you get the Domino's molten lava crunch cakes and put some whipped cream on it.
Randy, Sara Star is a classy, elegant woman. Okay, she's not getting
That's
goddamn Domino's
That's actually
mudslide.
sounds pretty delicious.
Go fuck yourself, Rim.
Like,
Yeah.
well,
Oh shit.
that about this idea. I'm like,
I guess it's worth a try.
and if you feel extra fancy, you throw the little cherry on top. You're like, look at me, I'm,
That's living your best life.
Yeah. Can you do the thing where you tie the cherry?
I can't.
What the hell is it called? Right?
Cherry
Yeah.
stick.
No, you can't do that. Yeah.
If I like really sit down and kind of think about it, and it's long enough, I can do it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't even know how that's possible. That's amazing to me.
it's a lot of like physically thinking about the motions you're making while you do it. So
Oh, so it's like wiggling your ear.
kind of, but like I can't wiggle my ear.
Oh. Well, if you sat and
But I can't do that.
if you really thought about it, you could do it, but you have to practice. It takes a while. I impress everybody. Like,
And then once you're done with that, you can do No, I fucked that up. Telepathy. I can't fucking
Thanks,
say
Randy.
it, man.
yeah, God,
You
Randy,
know where
that's
you
fine.
can telekinesis. You know.
Yeah.
Are we
See,
doing
Sarah,
Firestarter?
Randy's our executive producer, and we've allowed him to start popping in on the show. And sometimes he doesn't get it.
It's all right. It's all right.
Sometimes
So-
he smokes his marijuana out of a bag.
So I do have this idea then that Rem, maybe we could do this, which is the worst porn ever, which is just go full prosthetics and just everything is just super fake. But you have to do it right, where you have like legitimate people in there, someone that's like an established person that's well known. You know what I mean? But then you just start doing things that's like you see the penis and then you see the cum come out, but you're like, that didn't come out at the right angle and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like camera pans in and it's focused on Sara Star, right?
Mhm,
And
yeah.
Sara Star's beautiful face, and it starts coming down her neck, and you can see her hand start to undo her blouse. And then all of a sudden, it cuts to fake boobs, right?
Yeah.
Like that you buy at the VIP.
Yeah. Yeah.
It obviously
Just
fake.
bad
Like, you just
cuts,
see the
yeah.
whole thing just sitting on a bed. Yeah. And you go back to Sarah's face smiling seductively, Yeah. And then we cut to you, Ray, because you're so handsome and you start pulling your pants down, right? But then it's just like this big, massive, fake dong just sitting on a bed next to the
that
tits.
dragon dildo to make it even worse.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Wait, do you have the dragon dildo, right? Did I, or is that some? Am
Few
I
of
thinking?
them. Yeah, I have a few.
Oh my
bad-
God. What's that like?
So we
Is that-
could
is that,
definitely make this work.
They're different.
Yeah.
Different because they're like one of them is ridiculously large. It's comically.
I know what that's like.
Well, that is true. You did win the whole contest.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. It's still sensitive. Okay, it's 36 weeks later, but it's a still sensitive subject. Jesus Christ.
The results are final, Rim. Like we've talked about this, buddy. Like
We don't need to talk about it anymore.
you've got to
Okay, that's what I'm
accept it and
saying. We
move
don't-
on.
Okay, thank you, Randy. Oh my God.
Yes.
See, Sarah, I'm thinking like a whole bunch of collaborations between this podcast and you, and it won't do you any good, but we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'll always be something to come back and talk about. It's
Yeah.
to talk about.
Right. That's my whole thing. We got to stop taking ourselves so seriously and just have lots of fun. Lots of fun. Mm-hmm. I was talking, chatting with Swiney a few days ago, through DMs. I like Swiney. He's a nice guy. and I was telling him that, you know what, one of my goals for 2021 is to start one of those non-face OnlyFans, so you never see my face. Yeah, you just see the second place penis. Fucking Ray, asshole.
That shit. But then we're gonna call it onlyfans.com/second place penis.
Yes, that's pretty good.
That's an amazing idea. Ray, write that down. I'm stealing that. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah. And that's what we're gonna do.
Sign up under my page so I get your referral stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sure, whatever we can do to help, because you're a favorite. So that way, when we have adult stars on as guests, we don't come across as like a bunch of creepy assholes asking them about their sex lives and how to produce porn. We actually can say, yeah, we're adult creators ourselves. That's right.
Professional outfit. You've helped to create a non-porn porn, and you've got your own OnlyFans, and there you go. With
non-dick dicks, right?
Non-dick. Yeah.
So we're always looking for like a second stream of income, and I imagine that women all over the world will be enticed by a second place penis.
No, I think you'll get more than men.
I think it's like
absolutely.
They won't be so intimidated.
The name is just unusual enough where people are going to be like, what is the second place penis all about?
I know. Yeah. That was a gold mine of a name right there, because that definitely, it's intriguing. Like that's like clickbait.
So then what we could do, go ahead, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, you better go buy that on GoDaddy right now.
Hey, Matt from NFHC, go start buying websites for us again. Jesus. So then, Ray, once we have our second place dick OnlyFans set up, right, we can say we're going to be collaborating with Sara Star. We're going to be trading content, right? And then when we produce a video, bear with me, Sarah, because we're getting there. It's just like us sitting down and having tea with Sarah, right? What are you laughing at? You're distracting me. You ruined my joke. God damn it, Ray. Did you really look up second place dick?
I Googled it. So apparently, I'm sorry. I started reading the headlines. Let me just start reading some of these headlines because they're too insane. So apparently, if you have a double penis, it's called diphalia or diphalia, something like that.
Yeah, okay. There's a guy and he has 2 dicks.
Okay, yeah. So the first one is that on Wikipedia. Oh, go ahead.
Have you met that guy, Sarah?
Yeah.
I have not met him, but I think I still follow his Twitter. He might not post as much these days. He refuses to go into porno because, he doesn't want to be objectified for his 2 dicks.
Oh my God. Monetize it, bitch.
He kind of feels like he's done everything because, again, he's got 2 dicks. He can, he can stuff all the holes at the same time.
Just imagine someone's like, hey, how big is your dick? And he says, which one?
I like to imagine it's the double rainbow guy.
The whole thing where both of them because like one day one might be longer than the other, or all these blood flows. I mean, it's really fascinating. I would love to sit down and have a beverage with this guy just to kind of like, what's it like being born with 2 dicks?
Yeah, like how do you choose which one to use?
Yeah, or like Sarah, how adventurous are you? Is that something that you would like try?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No hesitation.
No, that's great.
Could you imagine having 2 dicks and being asexual?
Oh man, that'd be that's like Alanis Morissette's song "Ironic."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, check that. So, so going back to these headlines real fast, I'll just start reading them off. So the first one's Wikipedia, tells you what I guess called diphalia. We'll call it that. The next one's on Amazon.com. It's the title is "How to Grow a Second Penis," Kindle edition. I don't know how you could grow a second penis. Going down to that, down baby born with a second penis on back. That's on Huffington Post.
That poor kid.
Then there's Insider.com. Huge wooden penis vanishes and is replaced by another. Then the BBC. Spider bites Australian man on penis again.
BBC. Hell yeah. That's right.
Anyway, I couldn't stop laughing.
Hey, Sarah, let me ask you a question. All right. Last week, we had a letter written to us because I don't know if you know this, but I'm a former professional advice giver on a podcast, not very professional. I used to do World of Warcraft advice, right? So now we have fans of ours. Matt, it's weird. They all have like weird names that start with J. It's the craziest thing. But we had this one last week where this guy, he wound up with an item that was $15,000. Right? He mistakenly took it home. As it turns out, he worked at a dildo factory, and it was a gold-plated, like a limited edition gold-plated dildo that was worth $15,000 that he took home by accident. He didn't want to turn it in because he'd get himself arrested or cause suspicion. So my advice to him was to, lay low for a few months and then just use it on himself or on his loved ones. I mean his lovers.
On his loved ones.
Yeah, I meant to say lovers.
Yeah, that's definitely a mistake.
Yeah.
So, I don't imagine, people just walk around with $15,000 dildos that are gold plated and stuff. Like, what would be the most? First of all, what would you do with a gold plated $15,000 dildo? Like, would you put that on a mantle and display it, or is that something you'd have to give it?
I would absolutely put that somewhere where it'd be like, hey, check this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
odd,
take it for a ride.
Well, and see, that's kind of the thing where you're like, okay, at what point do you say, I think I'm going to buy a $15,000 sex toy?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I'm hard pressed to really spend over $150, and it's got to be really fancy at that point. Like, it's got to have a lot of whistles.
It's got to like cook you dinner afterwards too, right?
Something. It's got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's people who spend hundreds of thousands or millions on paintings, and what does that do? It just sits on your wall. I mean, you could use a dildo.
Ray, there's a big difference between a Claude Monet and a dildo. All right.
Yeah, you can store it in international waters for one.
Well, and
Huge
you
tax
can
write-off.
resell the Claude Monet. Like, you can resell it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're not reselling a dildo.
Yeah. Like,
Actually, you know what?
I got a box of used dildos that I'm going to have a Viking funeral with if someone wants to buy one of my used dildos.
You know what? People, isn't that like in Japan? They sell like underwear and used underwear and all that, like vending machines or something like that. I guarantee there's got to be a market for used dildos.
Oh,
then.
there is. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not an innovator.
Used dildos, I just don't know, because the thing is, it's more so that the materials start to get really weird over time. And they get
Sarah,
really weird.
I think if you were to put a used dildo for sale that you would have one of your fans buy that. Like I could guarantee that would happen because guys are fucking weird and they would buy anything. Yeah.
I've sold used underwear, I've sold bras, I've sold shoes. Oddly, no socks. Like, no one's bought my used. Yeah. I guess I don't wear socks a ton because it's warm here.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, me either. In California, we have to wear flip-flops.
Yeah, like it's always
his uniform.
Yeah. I mean, it's all.
Ray works for a construction company. They give him flip-flops, like standard issue flip-flops to wear.
Even in construction, steel-toed flip-flops.
Yeah, I'm like, good luck with. I'm like, how many toes do you have left?
He's got 9. Don't hate. He's still got 9.
Can't smell though. Lost the sense of smell in a tragic construction accident.
Sarah, did you know that? Ray can't smell. He so nothing would ever offend him.
I have a similar thing with that though, like because of my brain doesn't work correctly. So my sense of smell is very not there. Like sometimes it's there, most of the time it's not there. So I can relate to this.
Oh my gosh! Like I'm bringing you two closer every single day. I don't like this.
You're like, I must make a wedge.
Just drive a wedge.
Yeah.
Drive a wedge.
I don't know about you, Ray, but I complimented Sarah on her Titty Tuesday pick today. So go fuck yourself.
I didn't, but I still can. There's still time. It's still Tuesday. Hey Sarah, that was a great picture. I haven't seen it, but it's a great picture.
God damn it!
I quit
Ray.
social media.
You're such a. You're better off. Yeah. All right. So let's get back to. All right. So Sarah, is this? We're gonna do this. This is finally gonna happen right now that we got the T-shirt. We're gonna get this video made, right? Okay. So what I'm thinking is like you shoot the content you need to. We'll set up a Google Drive. All right. Because part of my deal is here is I have to produce this and I have to use my amateur editing skills to put it together. Is that cool with you?
That works for me. That's a little bit less work than to do.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want you to be put out or have to do any extra work than you need to. We just need the beautiful Sara Star and our beautiful T-shirt, and we need to have them make love. You know what I mean? Magical love on the screen.
I can do that.
Okay, awesome. Fuck you, Ray. It's finally going to happen. You tried to sabotage it from the beginning.
Yeah, all because I was trying to take over the show. Make it so you couldn't fulfill your contractually obligated duties.
Well, I made it happen, man. I made it. Do you like the pink, Sarah? Because we had sent them out in black originally to the other two, but I think the pink looks nicer. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
Okay. And I didn't mean like to assume anything by using pink. I just thought it looked pretty. That's all. I was just trying to get you a pretty T-shirt
to be
to wear.
stylish.
Yeah.
How dare
Okay.
you assume so much?
All right. So, and so I don't want to rush you. So you take your time with it. Whenever you feel up to filming, you film it. There's no real deadline here, except we have, what's this, 137? We have 13 episodes left before 150. So you have 13 weeks
Definitely.
to do it.
You can definitely.
Does that work?
That's
Okay.
not a problem.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Do you have any travel plans coming? I know you went out to Vegas and visited Swiney a couple weeks ago, and we talked about that in the election episode. But the way everything, the words don't work. With the way everything is right now, have you started looking into any conventions or any filming or shooting or anything in the next couple of months, or you just kind of take it day by day?
All the conventions have gone digital, so that's kind of its own thing where it's like that's all digital for the season. I may try to travel in January and go do some filming if everything comes together. So, and my photo will be better by then, so that'll be good.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That I go travel in January and shoot some.
Okay. So if Jessica Lust packs up her caravan again and comes back out to the east, I told her and to stop with Eric and we'll get him buy him a beer and say hi when they're East Coast. So hop in their van, come on out, and we can all hang out. It'd be fun. I'll buy you a beer as well.
That would be very cool. I'll have to
Awesome.
with her and be like, so when are you guys going east?
Yeah, just like every couple weeks, every couple days. Hey, so when are you guys going out to the East Coast?
You guys gonna make a stop in little old Hartford, Connecticut? And somebody fucking knows where Hartford is. It sucks. We can.
I do have a friend who lives there, so I've never gotten to go, but I am familiar.
Oh, really? Is this like a friend you went to school with, or somebody like? Just...
Kind of like a friend through a friend who used to live here, but now she lives out there and works out there and stuff, and she loves it. She's like, oh yeah, she's like, I have no plans of leaving.
Really? Because I have every intention of getting the hell out of this state as soon as I can. Like South Dakota, here I come, baby. God damn, because
She likes it.
They've tried so hard to ruin it. Well, she likes the what?
I don't know. I think she likes just kind of the climate and that kind of stuff, and I don't know. It's
we had
To each his own, or her own.
we had our first snowstorm over the weekend, and it was a quick nor'easter, and some places got a couple inches, and some places just got rain. That's kind of the nature of things this time of year. And I've been reassigned for the next couple of weeks to a different facility, Sarah. And I think you know what my occupation is, but I tried not to talk about it too much. But this one of these new guys we hired is like, oh my God, I love the snow. Look at it come down. It's so beautiful. And I was like, hey, listen up. You work for us now. You don't like snow anymore. All right. Your love of snow is done with, because that's just the worst.
the snow is not your friend.
Yeah, no, goddamn, but it's just the absolute worst shit that could possibly.
You know
happen
what's worse than snow?
Do
Slipping on snow.
What? Yeah,
People
no,
slipping
ice.
on snow.
Ice is worse than snow. we had tractor trailers turned over on some highways this morning because of freezing rain. That was cool.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yeah. No fun. Okay. All right. Sarah, I don't want to keep it too long. All right. So we'll wrap this one up. I always appreciate the time you give us here on the Rich Dickman Show. You are, as I said, you're my official adult film star. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad I could come and consult and confer.
Yes, absolutely. You're always welcome here. But so, oh shit! I just lost my train of thought. Ray, take over for a second as I try to get it back.
I was just gonna say that's something, Sarah, that you can check off your bucket list. Being an official adult film entertainer of a podcast. I know that was probably way up there on the list, but yeah, now you can check it off.
I'm cool with it. I'm like, yay, that's awesome for me. I'm into it.
Yeah, awesome. See, Ray, when next time you're out sick, I'm gonna grab Sarah and pull her in as a co-star, and we'll just take the show in a different direction. Then you'll never come back because you'll have been fired.
Hey, you know what? If Sarah's the one to replace me, I will. I will feel honored. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I swear to God, sir, there was something else I wanted to ask you, and I can't remember it right now. So I'm just like I'm killing time, and basically, I've been doing too much. My brain, Sarah, I don't know if you've ever had to start a lawnmower, right? But when you have the pull string in a lawnmower.
Yeah.
And that's like my brain the last couple of days. Like you pull in and it kicks on for a second and then it sputters out. And that's kind of like what's happening up here. So I apologize.
Have you started any new medications in the last month or two?
No, I have not.
This is really concerning, Rim.
Lack of sleep and yeah. Oh, that's what I remember. Sarah.
I helped.
First of all, I believe I know the answer to this, but 420 friendly on your side there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Have you ever sparked it up before a scene, or do you always keep it professional? You know what I mean? Because sometimes
professional. That way I don't get like creepy or too stupid. Because you get like the giggles and you get a little silly.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too silly.
You just look at Randy. So I have a good friend of mine. His name is Mike. His last name's Hunt, and he loves to smoke the herb in the evening. And he swears that sex on weed is better than sex without weed. And is that something if you experienced, and could you attest to that?
There is something about like you can have kind of that orgasm when you're a little bit high. That's kind of nice. It's a different kind of sensation where you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And I keep wanting to get one of the lubricants that has like the THC.
Oh yeah.
To play with, because I'm like, oh, well, let's get my pussy high and see what happens.
Yeah. My old co-host used to always say he was going to send me cannabis suppositories.
Oh.
But he never did.
He's going to send you some KY too. Infused.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about that if he ever did.
No, he did not. He did not. As you know, Randy, I am completely 100% drug-free. Never touch this stuff. It's my friend Mike Hunt that does all that stuff, and he just relays the story.
Right, and I just satire.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could have done Rem is even if the old co-host had sent that to you, you could have given that to your friend Mike so that he could have tested it out, because you could still the discovery process is still the same or almost the same.
No, I see Mike several times a week, so he would have gotten it all. Now, Sarah, have you ever I have said on this show several times that my favorite era of porn is the 80s. All right, 80s and early to mid 90s is my favorite era, because you know what? I tell you, the blowjobs are so much more nice and sensual and loving, right? They're not just like blah 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 type. They're more, you know what I mean? Like I think you know what I'm talking about. But
it's like they're kind of making love to the penis with the mouth.
Yes, right. And the guy's not trying like to choke him to death with it.
Yeah, like.
Yeah. But also in that time period, from what I've read, that drug use was kind of the norm, right? Yeah. So in today's world of pornography, right, and I know a lot of it is self-produced content these days, but I mean, has it gotten more professional where there's like less drug use, or is it still is it like a down low? Keep it on the DL. Don't tell anybody.
I would say overall that people on, so as you know, like California, Nevada, recreational marijuana is legal. So there's what we call Cali sober, where people do not use anything else. Like they may even not drink. Like they're sober except for weed.
Okay.
So they're Cali sober, where they're like, well, because it's legal recreationally, and it's an herb, and it's from the earth, and it's
and it's good for you. It's like a healing medicine. I've heard all these things from Mike. He tells me all this stuff. Yeah, helps you sleep, gets rid of pain. Yeah.
So I would say that a lot of the industry smokes weed or edible, uses THC products versus, the way, say it was in like 80s, 90s.
There's all cocaine and meth and all sorts. Yeah.
We're all doing it in the bathroom and, everyone's like wrecked on whatever. So yeah, there's definitely a change because you've got agents who are like, hey, I can't handle these girls strung out on whatever. It's like,
right.
A little stoned. She'll be fine.
Back when the Playboy channel was a thing, I remember watching because we had one of those black boxes that descrambled all the channels, so I was able to watch the Playboy channel. And they were at the AVN Awards, and the famous classic porn star Gina Fine, she had just come out of the women's room with some other girls. And high out of her fucking mind. Like she just must have done like 6 lines of cocaine or whatever it was. And she didn't say she did it, but you could just tell how fucked up she was at the time. And it was kind of funny. And it's, those things that just stick in your head forever. Like I just have the weirdest
that's the thing that like
memories.
Like, man, everyone's super high. They're just like blown minds. And now it's more of just, like people may socially drink a little, they do their THC however they choose, but it's not that like rampant use of things that can like completely wreck your life.
Yeah. Or as the D.A.R.E program would have led you to believe. Did you have D.A.R.E when you were in school, Sarah, or did they finish that by the time you got there?
Oh no, that when I was in school.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was like, God damn, that stuff sounds
Dude, my
awesome.
D.A.R.E instructor.
Then they showed us this video
too.
Oh, okay. We don't know what that is, Randy. Nobody's read that book yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. My D.A.R.E instructor he was chasing down some perps and he jumped into their car and then they drove off with him like hanging out of the car and he got thrown out of it and rolled around a bunch of times and broke a bunch of bones. And he was like a hero in good old Crackerberry Junction, Connecticut.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Savage.
Officer Boscheman. That was his name. He was kind of a badass and all the girls liked him. But I'm like, girls, you're only in like 7th grade. Calm down. Like, settle the fuck down. He's a cop,
You're all sitting in the back room. You're like, actually, D.A.R.E means drugs are really expensive.
Yeah. And then when I was in high school, they had a prison cop come in and tell us about being somebody's bottom bitch. That was weird because I went to an all boys Catholic high school. Yeah, that was strange. So
Prison Mike. All right,
yes.
They won't tell you where babies come
Sarah,
from, but they'll tell you about prison rape. That's awesome.
Yeah, what's
absolutely.
Like, look, we can't tell you about contraceptives, but let me show you this guy who's going to tell you about rape and drop.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, it's easy because Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, is the one who creates babies and assigns them to us, while as choices we make as criminals are different. Those are our own choices with drugs. So.
No way JC's doing
believe in the light
that
and the Lord Jesus Christ.
It would be an archangel like Uriel or something.
Oh, okay. That's maybe our next when we collaborate on OnlyFans, maybe we can discuss how Jesus Christ assigns his angels to assign the babies to people and give them names and stuff, right?
Ah, there we go. And then the story.
I kill myself sometimes. Yes, the stork delivers them.
The content that keeps it coming back.
Right.
Is this the plot of Boss Baby?
Yeah, actually, we could just do Boss Baby, but in
But
you check out
IRL.
OnlyFans.com, Second Place Dick, and we will be doing Boss Baby in real life. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
That's going to get huge demo. We're going to spike in the baby people.
Yeah.
You know, so
Sarah-
speaking of like doing well, Sarah, do you know if you have a large Australian following?
I am not sure. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a good
We're
thing.
about to blow your mind.
Yeah, if you don't know, you know, we like to say that we only have 7 3/4 to 8.5 listeners. Obviously, it's satire because we're a super huge podcast, and we officially have cracked the top 100 on some charts in Australia. So there you
Number
go.
87. We're the 87th best improv podcast in Australia, Sarah. How about that? You're the official
We're
porn
kind
star,
of a
excuse
big
me,
deal.
adult film star
Yeah,
of the 87th place improv podcast in Australia.
yeah.
That is actually really cool, though.
I feel like I could do
Oh, see, this is why-
87thdick.com like you did secondplacedick.com, and that'd be about where I'd fit in.
You could be 87thdickman.com. That would
There we
work.
go.
But this is why Sarah's my favorite, Ray, because she's super impressed and very
Yeah.
happy for us.
Yeah.
God, you're amazing, Sarah. My gosh. I'm so glad you came into our lives.
Yes.
Just stumbled in.
Yeah. Now I gotta make sure I don't. I gotta make sure I don't DM you for the next several weeks, so I don't come off as creepy, because that's like my worst fear.
Oh,
Like, I
I'll
felt bad
I'll keep
for
DMing
complimenting
you
your
every
picture
night
today.
before I go to bed. Don't worry.
Oh, fuck you, Ray. God damn it. All right, Sarah, I'm gonna let you go. I look forward to collaborating with you very soon on our non-porn porn, and of course next year on Second Place Dick, OnlyFans.com/Second Place Dick, where we I don't know. Do you like Star Wars or Mandalorian? Whatever we can do movie reviews. I think together.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
That could
Like-
be
Or we could do
We could
book
do a thing
reviews.
where
Oh
if-
my God, it would be the best.
God damn it, Randy! I was just about to get into like a strip poker type of review where we disagree, or you know what, Randy? God damn it! All right, Sarah, let's go ahead. Let's plug all of your stuff, and so all of our fans can find out where they can find the awesome and beautiful Sara Star.
all right. Oh gosh. I'm trying to. I was like, I lost my train of thought there. Probably the easiest place to find me is allmylinks.com/ Sara Star. It may also be Sara Star XXX. I think it's just Sara Star. I'm having a loss there.
Don't worry, it's my Thursday night.
I'm like, I'm having a loss there. My Twitter is Sara Star XXX. Instagram is XOXO Sara Star. My OnlyFans is onlysarah.com.
Ooh.
Yeah, I keep it simple. Keep it simple, Sarah.
Yeah. Simple Sarah. It's a cup of water and a cup of sugar and a lot of Sarah.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Sarah, what's fun when we do these episodes with you or with Jessica or Lisa is that we have obviously have to promote the beautiful guests that we have on with us, right? So it's always interesting because my mother, she's been a follower of mine on Twitter since I did my old show 8 years ago. Okay, so my mother is being exposed to all the beautiful adult performers that we have on the show with us. And it's just, I don't know, it always just makes me feel weird.
Hey.
I told her to stop listening to the show, though, so she doesn't, I don't think she listens anymore, but.
If you want, Sarah, you can
So-
tweet his mom, like literally on Twitter at rem_mama.
Yeah.
Just
And
say
say, hi,
hi.
I'm Sarah. I'm coming for dinner.
Tag
In
her in like your
February.
Titty Tuesday pics and stuff like that.
God damn it, Ray, don't you?
Please make this happen. I'll come back to social media for a day.
I'll come back just to see this.
That would make I would laugh so hard. I would cry laughing. If you ever do that, I won't be able to handle it. Oh my god, it'd be so funny.
You know, my mom is super cool, and my mom would have an absolute blast like talking with you, like or you or anybody really, Sarah.
Yeah,
because she's not you know what my. You know what? There's a joke with my grandmother in there because my grandmother likes to flirt with doctors, and I was like, my mom's like the same way almost. But
doctor fetish.
My mom's a nurse. My mom's a nurse, and she hates doctors because the nurses know more. That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Sarah, one final question: how many current adult film stars do you know who actually work in the medical field, like nurses or CNAs or anything? Is it a lot? Because I feel like it is.
That's a really good question. I'm not sure. I'm honest.
Okay.
I would not be surprised that it's a relatively high number because I do know of some who either, who have in the past where it's like they have done health work and they've been EMTs and nurses and CNAs. And so, yeah, it's definitely a thing. But yeah, I don't know about like current though.
Because nurses are freaks, all right? I don't know if you know this, but I know this because I used to work in convalescent homes, and my mother was. I have lots of experience in and out of convalescent homes, and hospitals, so I know a lot of nurses, and they're all freaks. And when we had the first adult film star that we ever interviewed, Bella Benz, and the interview was too hot to air. Definitely didn't have any audio issues. There's no audio issues whatsoever. It was definitely just too hot to air. And she had talked about going back to a civilian job for a little bit just to take a break from adult. And I so wanted to ask, and we were new, right? New to interviewing the beautiful ladies such as yourself, where I didn't want to offend and be like, oh, do you work in the medical field? But God damn it, like if I had to pick one person, I would say I think Bella Benz works in the medical field somehow. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just get that vibe from her. And maybe I'm wrong. I probably am. But like, it wouldn't surprise me if I talk to 50 OnlyFans accounts, women with OnlyFans accounts, and 25 of them, or 20 to 25 of them, were nurses or worked in some sort of medical field.
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah,
possible.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're not disagreeing with me, and you understand what I'm saying, because it's again pulling the chain, and it's just not going tonight.
It's a well-known fact that everyone in the medical profession is there just because they want to look at genitalia. It's a well-known fact. That's not made up. It's a fact.
That's what my mother told me. She just wanted to look at dicks, and yeah. All right, Sarah, we'll let you go. I look forward to working with you and producing our first video together. I think this is going to be great, and I can't wait for your fans and our fans to experience it. Yeah,
I'm very excited.
Yeah, nice. It's going to be the best. Obviously, you have my where to DM me, and feel free anytime if you have any questions, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Awesome,
fantastic.
Yeah, you're the best, Sarah. Thank you for coming. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Awesome, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man. Oh, I just heard a bottle. I just heard a bottle. Whose bottle was that?
That was mine.
That's you. All right.
Yeah.
I'm packing some glass.
I mean, I love Sarah. I can't wait. I can't wait till we get this put together. Because I just in my head, it's the greatest. It's the greatest thing ever. Okay, let me plow through some stuff. Plow through.
Everything's an innuendo from here on out.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Oh my god.
Sarah's just the sweetest. I love her so much. I could talk to her forever, but I don't. Yeah, and you know what it is, Ray? Is I don't want to come across as being creepy, right? That's like a real big hang up of mine with all the ladies we have on. I don't want to talk too much or pry too much or ask the questions that are really floating up here because I just don't want to sound like an asshole. So I keep them bottled up and inside. So here they come. All right. So had my birthday last week at number 40, which is fantastic, right? It's just great. And went back to Hot Pot. For the first time in a year, I went to Hot Pot, Ray, and it was great. Wow. It was great to be back in Hot Pot. Yeah. And my God, what this bullshit of a virus is doing to our society is a shame. And And if you're one of the people who think, yep, let's keep them locking down. Let's keep everybody home and let's keep every business closed. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Because this goddamn restaurant is trying so hard to stay in business. They only had 2 people on staff and there wasn't even anybody in there. And I felt terrible. And I just wanted to give them more money. I was like, here's more money. Please don't ever close because you have jobs for these people and you provide delicious food and you need to be here. And we need to get over this bullshit real quick and get things open again. God damn it. It was just so frustrating to see because I remember going to that place and it would be jam packed on a Saturday afternoon, and it was just us and another couple at a different end of the restaurant. Mm-hmm. It was, I was so mad. All right. One of the best presents I've ever gotten in my life, I got for my birthday. All right, Ray. And I don't know if you know what this is, but I got a weighted blanket.
Oh yeah. I know what those are. My kids have them.
And Jesus Christ, weighted blankets are the absolute best fucking things in the world. My God, it is just amazing. It's like being hugged constantly throughout the night.
Has Mike tried it?
I've never slept. Yes, Mike has tried it. I let Mike borrow it for a couple nights, and he too has said it's even more amazing the Mike way.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously I've never tried it the Mike way, so I wouldn't know what he's talking about. All I know is that when I'm laying in it, I sleep soundly, and it's just like a hug. It's just like an all night hug from this wonderful, this beautiful, amazing blanket.
Mm-hmm. My question is, does it breathe well? Because I don't want to get hot when I sleep. To me that's really important.
Yes.
So does it actually breathe?
Yeah, it does. Ray.
Interesting.
It's amazing. It is the most amazing invention ever invented in the last 300 years. Okay, I just can't. I'm struggling to find the words to convey
last 300 years, Rim.
This blanket is. Yeah,
you're embellishing a little. Come on, I think you can admit that.
Ray, Randy, don't use your brain sometimes. Just go with it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Suspend your disbelief just a little bit, okay? Yeah. Well, does it? So is this like a one tool does the whole job? As in, does it have a material on it that do you put it on top of other blankets because the material's rough, or is it like you just need that? It's soft, it's comfortable, it breathes, does everything you could ever want.
It's soft, it's comfortable, it breathes. The first 2 nights, I just laid under it on top of all my blankets, and my wife got mad at me. She's like, I can't get into you with this heavy ass blanket on you. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't because it's like a force field. Me. Yeah, and she can't get in. She can't get in there. You know what I mean? So
it's like a no sex tonight, honey blanket.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, God damn, I don't need you anymore, sweetheart. I have a blanket that will hold me all night and keep me comfortable and safe.
I need one of those.
Yep.
Do they come in
I like
size?
this. Yeah. I'm going to take this in a completely different direction, which is I have kids and they're going to grow up to be super wholesome kids that never, ever have sex.
Interview porn stars.
They're never. Yeah, they're going to be super wholesome. And we got them weighted blankets already. So I'm probably just going to have to keep upgrading those so that they never have sex. I think that's you've solved. Yeah, you don't have to worry about trying to get them on the pill or any, whatever contraceptives and nothing like that. Just get a weighted blanket. Done.
Just your daughters. That's what I'll be doing with my daughter.
Easy.
With my daughter as well. Yeah. So
I mean, wait.
Right, Jesus Christ.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right. So yeah, the weighted blanket's amazing. If you're on the fence about getting a weighted blanket, and I've wanted one for a while now. I don't buy stuff for myself, right? I never pull the trigger on anything that's like over $25 because I just got so cheap at some point. Probably because all the debt.
As soon as you got old.
Into. Yeah. But I did treat myself because I had some birthday money, and I've wanted one of those big ass Serbian style butcher knives. I don't know if you've seen these things. I mean, you've seen them because I showed you a picture of what I got.
Yeah. They look awesome.
But if you check out a YouTube channel called Al Mazan Kitchen, it's this asshole who cooks in the woods over fire, and he ruins every single one of his videos by eating his food at the end. He does a thing where he takes a piece of food and they get that 4K camera close up to his mouth. It's like, he just opens his lips. He just goes over, puts his lips. It's gross. Watching people eat is disgusting. but I like watching him cook. And he has this big ass knife, and I fell in love with that style of knife. Like, oh my God, I really want one of those. So I bought myself one. I got a Serbian chef's knife. Okay. And it's a larger knife. And, I do a lot of cooking. You know that. I got some cooking videos on the YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
And so I ordered it, and I'm all excited. I'm going to get this knife. I'm going to have it by Christmas. I'm going to have it in a couple of weeks. It'll be great. Well, they emailed us and said, thank you for your order. Unfortunately, due to demand, we ran out of supplies. Your order is back ordered. Would you like to keep your order? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, I would like to keep my order, but Jesus, why wasn't that on the website when I ordered it? Why didn't you say it was be back? I'm a very patient person, but I want my knife. I don't want to wait 2 to 3 weeks for it. I want it now. I want to play with my knife. I want to make a YouTube opening my knife video and show it to everybody. But now I have to wait, and it's
There's
very
an
frustrating.
explanation for that. So,
what's going on in Moreno, California?
At my job, where I work construction, I was in a webinar today, and they had a reason, an infographic as to why projects have been delayed, and about 55% of delays are due to lack of materials. So that's their excuse is legitimate, So there you go.
COVID.
Yep.
It's another COVID
material
bullshit
thing. Yep.
Again, all you motherfuckers who think it's a good idea to stay home, fuck you.
Now you can't even get a knife.
Randy made me watch wrestling last Wednesday, okay? Because Kenny Omega was wrestling John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. I don't watch AEW, and I haven't watched a Kenny Omega match since he left New Japan Pro Wrestling. And let me just say, Randy, I am so mad at you. That was the worst Kenny Omega match I've ever seen in my life. And it just solidified that I don't like Kenny Omega anymore. I would have done gay things for Kenny Omega, all right? Because I thought he was amazing. And his work in New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor was just fantastic. Some of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. And I have to watch this bullshit Kenny Omega, John Moxley match that just sucked because John Moxley sucks to begin with. And Kenny Omega has dumbed down his style for the stupid American audience. And it was awful. It was the worst wrestling match I've ever seen him wrestle in. And I was just so disappointed to be a wrestling fan at that moment. So Randy, that's for you, buddy. Don't ever make me do that shit again. Okay?
Yeah, but that's just like your opinion, bro.
It's like your opinion, man.
I'm rapid firing here. So, all right. So the last thing I have to tell you guys about. Now, y'all know I've mentioned this in the past. My kids play a game called Just Dance, right? And we're up to version 2021. All right. They have 2018, 2020. They love it because they dance. And you know what? It's a good exercise for my son because my son's not an exerciser, right? And he's not very athletic, but he sits there and he dances and he's sweating and he's losing weight and he's, getting himself in shape, right? It's good for him. Okay. It's a thing. People love this shit, right?
Yeah. Marconin lost weight with D.A.R.E. Worked out for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
It worked out well
Randy.
for him. Yeah.
Yeah. Got canceled by some ugly bitch. God damn, she's horrible to look at, right? God damn it. Like, I don't even know what the hell he was thinking when he did that. Like, are you that desperate? Are you that desperate? Are you that desperate for warm pussy that you would go to that? I mean, it's just gross. It's just gross. Anyways. So on Just Dance, there's this one video that really caught my attention from Just Dance 2020, and it was it's the video they did for a song called Built for This by Becky G. It's a terrible song. The song is awful. It is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. It's kind of like that Kenny Omega match Randy made me watch. It was terrible.
You go fuck yourself, Rim.
Horrible.
You keep shitting on my match, man. I'm going to come at you faster than you think I can.
So the woman dancing in it, I took an immediate, I'm like, holy shit. Wow. I know her skin is all white because they wear a white costume underneath the clothes. So you can't tell it's like a real person, but I'm like, God damn, like she looks amazing. Right. And this video is great. She dances well and she is sexy as fuck. So I had to look it up and I had to see who the actual dancer was and I found it. Right. And her name is Celine Baron. She's a French person from France, Ray. I don't know if you know where France is. It's in Europe. In a country called France. It's over the pond, what we call the Atlantic Ocean. So anyways, so I looked up some more.
That's that.
yeah, so I looked up Celine Baron, and of course, with all video games these days, every video game has a Wikipedia to it. All right, so I found the Just Dance wiki, and it breaks down songs by who dances in them, and I found all of the Celine Baron songs. And now, when my kids are playing Just Dance,
you're just suggesting certain.
I say, hey, why don't you guys do Drum Go Dumb? How about you do that one?
You're standing behind the couch.
Yeah. How about you do Without Me Extreme version? I love that song. Yep. How about you guys do Rain on Me? Yeah.
Till the world ends.
Yeah.
That's why you like that Spanish song.
Well, she turns out she's one of the dancers in it. So I've been suggesting all the songs that she dances
full
in.
Circle. It all comes full circle.
And I've even made a joke on it with the kids. They don't really suspect anything. But yeah, so I know, I'm watching the worst thing I did though is I looked her up on Instagram, and it turns, you don't never meet your heroes. That's what I'm saying. Like never meet your heroes. Because she looks annoying as fuck, but she's sexy as hell when she dances. And, that's really, hey. So, all right. That's a rapid fire through my week. What do we got? What do we got here? We got some thinking with your Dickman going on.
Yeah, we do have one.
All right. Let's get into that. If I can just pull up my bullshit here, because it can take me a second. Oh, here we go. Wait, hold on.
You want segments? We've got segments. It's Thinking with Your Dickman.
Ray, if you'll allow me to read the letter.
Sure.
This week, okay? All right.
Yeah.
So, Jenny writes in, Dear Rem and Ray, this past week I was forced to watch the worst wrestling match I've ever seen in my life. It involved Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. I will never, ever think about Kenny Omega in the same way I ever had. I used to think he was the greatest professional wrestler in the world, and now I think he's dog trash. Dog trash? I don't know what that means, Jenny. I would say dog shit.
Can I yell at this listener?
What do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
Is it Mike's girlfriend named Jenny?
Oh, yeah. Is it? Well, I don't want to yell at your weed dude, man. I don't want to talk up any real life.
Not my weed dude. Go ahead. If you're going to cut a promo, cut a goddamn promo.
I'm going to cut a fucking promo. Let me tell you this. Kenny Omega turned heel, guys. All right? It's time that we get a true heel in wrestling. I know Rim thinks Roman Reigns is at the head of the table or whatever, but Kenny Omega is a family with Don Callis. Okay?
Yeah, he hit a guy with a microphone and then won. Are you fucking
and 4 V triggers and a fucking one-winged angel. That's what it took to knock out Jon Moxley.
A microphone.
All right? And Kenny Omega had to take some heat because you're not going to beat Jon Moxley, the number 1 rated wrestler in the industry, PWI Top 500, mind you. Held pretty platinum longer than anyone else. All right?
That's pretty... What? All right, that's enough, Randy. Ray, get to the real letter. God, that's Randy, work on your promo skills. You used to be better at this.
When you guys talk wrestling, it's literally just in one ear and out the other.
Ray's over there slitting his wrist.
It doesn't matter. You both are just saying things. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ray, one second.
Bonus
Randy.
Ray learning.
Randy?
Yes.
Randy, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I need you to calm down.
Oh, motherfucker, you gonna steal my gimmick? Not today. I stole that from my friend Jared Hall. Because whenever I was 16 years old, I had a pink Motorola Razor, and that motherfucker, I was sitting at an intersection, and he kept saying, hey, Randy, calm down. And I said, Jared, I'm calm. I'm fine, dude. It's not a big deal. And I was getting pissed off because the light wouldn't turn, Rim. And Jared's like, dude, calm down. And I said, I'm calm. And then the next time he said, calm down, I said, I'm fucking calm. And I threw my Motorola Razor in his face. And so that's where I got that bit from.
All right. Thank you. All right, Ray, read the letter.
Well, I'll read this letter before Randy throws his Motorola phone 2.0 in my face. So Jarbury writes in. I don't even know. Maybe that's how you say it. Who knows these fucking names anymore. I probably have a disease because every time I brush my teeth before bed, I get incredibly hungry. Got any ideas on solving this horrible hunger problem?
Yeah, stop smoking weed before bed. Jesus Christ.
That does sound terrible. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's the worst. When you get the munchies before going to bed. That's what Mike tells me all the time. Is like, yeah, all of a sudden, like I come up from the smoke house and I just like, goddamn, I should go to bed. But man, I would really love some motherfucking Oreos. Like some Oreos and some milk right now would be pretty amazing.
I keep s'mores Pop-Tarts on standby.
And he'll just open up the Oreo bin and he'll just hammer one after the other. Boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden he's eating 22 Oreos and he's washing it down with half a gallon of milk. And then he's like, and then he says, what he has the nerve to say to me? He says, Rem, I haven't lost any weight. I've been working really hard to lose weight and I haven't lost any. I don't know why. And I'm like, Mike, you stupid asshole, stop fucking eating 17 Oreos at night in whole milk afterwards. Like, what are you thinking? You can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying, Randy?
Yeah, the results speak for themselves. You can't.
Yeah.
So, if you got to, first and foremost, you got to find the culprit. It sounds like if this jarberry person's saying that they think they have a disease, I'm not sure if that's a joke or not. But if they're saying it's like some sort of, an actual disease where they're like, oh yeah, I just brushed my teeth and then all of a sudden I'm hungry, which can't be a real thing, right? Well, just stop brushing your teeth. Just stop brushing your teeth.
Maybe he likes toothpaste. Maybe the toothpaste makes him hungry.
Yeah, you can just like
that shit.
gurgle toothpaste.
It makes me gag terribly. Like
chew gum, sugar-free gum that doesn't. There's got to be alternatives. There's got to be alternatives to this.
You know how we condition ourselves into certain behaviors? Well, I've done this thing where, like, when I'm brushing my teeth, like I will brush the roof of my mouth and my tongue. But I cannot finish until I gag myself and get rid of all the snot in the back of my throat. So I go, like I have to do that shit all the time. I can't brush my teeth without doing
I couldn't do that. Yeah. Dude, I can't even think about, oh God, I can't think about the idea of a napkin touching my tongue. It makes me gag. It's something about the texture. Seriously.
You're muted, Rem. Rem, you're muted. What happened to Rem? Rem's like perma muted.
I may have server muted him. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Randy, my dad used to do this thing that for the kids that was always really funny. You go to a restaurant, so he would take a napkin, unfold it into a perfect square, and then just press against his face, and then just slowly stick his tongue through it, and let the wetness of the tongue cause a hole in. And kids, I'll tell you what, it's entertaining as hell to kids. They think that's one of the funniest things ever.
Buddy, it's not that funny. And then I had an incident at work once.
Well, kids think it's funny.
No, I don't think it's funny.
Like that. Look to your left. Or right. Kristen, that was amazing. Randy looks like he's going to throw up. This is amazing.
Fuck you guys. This is not funny. Okay?
Yes, it actually
no.
is. How?
I had an incident at work and I was traumatized because there was a food truck and it was serving, they told me Mexican street corn, and I was like, what is that? And they're like, it's corn with Parmesan. And I thought of grated Parmesan inside
they didn't
the corn.
Call it elote?
No. They called it Mexican street corn.
Wow. Yeah, because you're not from anywhere near Mexico. So obviously they don't talk about it with any sort of, Hispanic words.
No. It makes my nose is running. This is awful. You guys are not funny.
Are you like breaking out in hives right now or something? You're literally gonna freak out.
Oh,
if you throw up right now, look at
those dots on my hand. You see that?
Yeah, I can see it on the camera. Yes. Oh my God, this is so funny. Yeah, that's interesting. They call it Mexican street corn. Like, is there a more white person type of description for that than calling it what Mexicans call it, which is elote. But that's what I've told that story a few times where we went to the county fair here, and the guy here, the guys are like, oh, we're true Mexicans. They put that on there. They put, crap, I can't remember the name of the Mexican cheese. But they also put like mayonnaise on it, on corn,
right.
And then the chili powder, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff. And this dude is eating this and it's getting all over his face, like all over his face. Not just, oh, you got a little dribble on your chin, all over his face. And he's just going to town on his corn on the cob, right? This elote. And I couldn't stop staring. And I just kept thinking to myself, wipe your face. Just wipe your fucking face. Like, what are you, like a baby? Like, you can't just wipe your face. And he just kept going and going, never stopped to wipe his face. And I was doing what you were doing, which is trying not to throw up. Because at some point, it's like, dude, you got to get that shit off your face. This is gross.
Yeah, well, as a beard owner, I would just like to point out that eating corn is perilous.
Messy. Yeah.
You have to really focus on what you're doing.
But you can try.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that, but I'm not housebroken. I came from the lower class, Ray, and I'm still getting used to all these house rules.
Hey, that's called thinking outside the box. That's not conformism. Not conformism? Non-conformism? I don't know what words to use at this point. Basically, you know what? We don't need everyone to be eating their soup out of a silver spoon, out of a silver bowl. It's good to have a little.
Well, my mama taught me how to make a silver spoon out of plastic.
Oh yeah, how do you do that?
It's just a rap line, Ray.
I thought there was a punchline. Well, what do you say we bring this baby home?
Well, you know what, Ray? I think that's a swell idea. I just got to say the bit about the voicemail, right?
Is there a voice? No, because we can't even play him right now. So basically what happened was Rem, he was saying he wasn't going to make it 90 minutes. He's literally passed out in his chair right now, so I'm just going to take over while he's over there snoring. We'll edit out the snoring just because it's really obnoxious how loud he is snoring right now. But for those of you listening, we do want to thank you so much for listening to the Rich Dickman Show because your ears mean more to us than you know. Especially, they mean enough to us that I'm editing out Rem snoring because it's that obnoxious. Like you wouldn't.
It's not sweet snoring like Kielhauser.
Patreon subscription.
Exactly. It's not sweet snoring like Kielhauser did.
No. No. It's the kind that they would play in like a like if you were being captured. If you were at war and being captured and tortured,
right?
They would play that snoring sound.
Yep.
If you would like to, if the two of them combined is a lethal combination. If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can tell a friend and leave a review. And not only can you tell a friend, we prefer that you do because we would love to get, if we can hit double digits in downloads every week, we would. Oh my God, we'd shit a brick. And if you like us even more than that, then, hey, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/richdickman.
I'm in there.
Go over there. We get, I got bonus content every week, bonus clips, bonus shows. We got liquor fueled stuff. We got a whole boatload of stuff. You can also find us online, richdickman.com. We got all your Rich Dickman needs. Merchandise. We got so much stuff on there. It's constantly evolving that stuff. We also have that like peaceful protester shirt and stuff. We're also on YouTube. Click and subscribe. Make sure you check out our buddies over there at Not For Human Consumption Podcast. Email us richdickmanshow@gmail.com. Then you can find us in where do we find you, Randy? Where is that?
You can email me directly at sir0@gmail.com. I'm taking all challengers at that email address. All right, but you got to get through my spam filters for me to even acknowledge you. All right,
it sounds like a challenge. So sign that email address up for all the spam. Says he apparently has a really good spam filter.
Oh,
You can follow us.
son
You can
of
follow
a
the
bitch.
show on Twitter at Rich Stigman Show. You can follow producer Ryan at Ryan TRDS. We already talked about her, the lovely, caring Mama Rem. You can follow her on Twitter at Rem_Mama. Myself, I gave back, as you can tell by the tweets now, at POTUS. Yeah, they're crazy again. I handed it back to the.
Did you hear about that data scientist in Florida?
No.
They arrested her, man, because she made a COVID dashboard after she got fired because she wouldn't fudge the numbers. So the state patrol
That
came to her
sounds
house and took down all
interesting.
of her equipment and arrested
Wow.
her. Yep.
That's interesting because that's interesting. I don't know anything about it, so we'll just continue.
TechDirt.com. That's my source. Come at me.
well-
Sub0
Yeah, so after all you guys go and check that out, Google that thing, then call us and leave your comments on that on the Dickman line, 860-316-4776.
Oh, good plug. Well done.
Yeah,
And you didn't say any stuff.
that stuff. Shit. I think that's it. I'm out of here. See ya.
I did the same thing again. God damn it. I got to come up with something. Man, I got a story for you if you have a minute.
Yeah, go for it.
Like, and don't get mad at me. You know how I hit you with the end stuff at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one time I was doing behavioral interviewing class, and I was general manager, and I had my AGM. We'll call him, I don't know, Eve, because his name was Adam. Fuck, that was stupid. Anyways, so Adam had to give feedback to this guy we know who has a 2-letter name. We'll call him TZ. And the funny thing about it was he said, "You said a lot." So you said a lot, and I think that it kind of distracts away from the question. And then Adam was next, and he goes up and he sits down and he's trying to start, but he just keeps laughing. And I ask him, Adam, what the fuck, dude? Like, everyone's here watching, you know, up to a VP. And he's like, I can't not say And we all fucking lost it because, you know, he just fucking shit all over somebody for that. And then, oh man, good old work, behavioral interviewing courses.